Okay, so I need to figure out who it is that I'm going to be doing next for the year. I haven't used this deck in quite some time. I used to hate this deck. I didn't really like it so much. And then one day I said, let me get that deck. For whatever reason, I think I'm going to get some good readings out of that. I don't know why. It was just something different. And I got it, and I loved it. And for a little while, I loved it. And then for a little while, I didn't like it anymore, and I stopped using it. And now I kind of want to pull it out and play with it again. With that being said, hence, we're using this deck. And it's Wild Unknown. I can't remember. I think it's Kim Cran. I don't know. Daughter of Cups. Look at that. Yeah. No offense. It's just they're not very whatever. However, you do get some good. Whatever are these? Anyway, who are we doing? What's the next zodiac sign that we're doing for the year? Yeah, we're already into a minute into this. Come on, Grace. Get together. Who are we doing first? I keep seeing, and that's a Pisces I keep seeing, but I already did Pisces. I just have to upload that. Five of Cups. It's a horse. So I did Pisces. I did Cancer. And I did, we gotta do Earth. So we already did, yeah, I'm not feeling fire. I already did 2 waters. I did Earth. Gotta do another Earth. I'm feeling Earth. Air and fire are feeling a little bit something different. Something feeling a little bit different with them this year. I don't know. What's that feeling I'm getting? This is something right now. Anyway. Virgo. Are we doing Virgo? Come on, Virgo. Okay. So we're going to be doing the outlook for Virgo. All right. So we're going to be starting with, look, I keep seeing the Hanged Man. Every time I keep splitting this deck, I keep seeing that damn Hanged Man. Okay. Yes, I already put out the, well, I haven't put it out yet. By the time this goes up, the Pisces will be out. I have to go through and edit that. That one so far has been the longest reading. That got a little bit, I couldn't quite understand what it was trying to tell me. I keep, look. Hang on. Maybe a Virgo could be dealing with a Pisces. Possible. You know what's funny? Some of my past readings throughout the last several months. I do have a few people in my life that are Pisces. Or that I know. So, I guess it's possible. Anyway. Two of Cups. Yeah, throughout the past, we're not talking about, look, we're not talking about the past year. Magician. The past year, I know that there had been some energies between Virgos and Pisces. You know, especially like throughout a lot of 2023, Virgo kept showing up in a lot of my Pisces readings. It wasn't always so good, though. All right. Let's see what we get for Virgo. We are going to be talking about career, finances, or work. We're going to talk about love. What 2024 is going to be bringing our Virgos. Where you're going to be at. What is unexpected? Anything that you're not seeing. What is it that you're going to be kind of coming into with people that you're going to be probably facing? Who's going to be affecting certain things in certain aspects of your life. You know, any kind of free will choices or obligations. And then we're going to do a month to month. So hang tight and let's see what we get. All right, Virgo. We're not doing it like that. Look at that. A baby. A baby. Somebody is brand new. So my third eye is opening. Brand new. All right. Get one more crackle on this, and then let's get moving. Do I really want to use this deck? I don't even know. There you still. Somebody's just starting at something. Daughter of Wands. Seven of Swords. Starting out like that already, Virgo. Three of Wands. Thank God this ain't me. At least I don't think so. Nine of Wands. Devil. Virgo. Son of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. This was actually looking at me before I left today. Something said, hey, I might want to read with that. But I didn't want to read with it, but something was like, I need to read with that. Temperance. Emperor. Empress. Magician. All right, Virgo. First half of the year might be a little bit bumpy. The second half of the year is going to be phenomenal. Let's get started. Okay. All right. Now, what I'm seeing as a general consensus, wow. What's going to be challenging you? It's what to do with all this money. Something's going to happen. Now, it looks as though you're going to be teaming up, doing something. You are starting something in the very beginning of the year, January. Like the whole outlook is you're going to be, it's like brand new. You're going to be new at something. You're navigating something brand new. Okay. Whether that's business, some kind of new creative, something very, very creative, very special, sacred. I'm getting the word sacred. Something beautiful. You could be meeting a couple other people, at least one other person, but a couple other people that are quite like you. You're going to be on this mediumship. 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 Something is so beautiful that is going to be coming through. This is something that needs to be kept quiet for now. Okay? You're going through some kind of changes. There's nothing really necessarily deceptive. The only thing that could be very deceptive is whatever it is that's coming through you, make sure that you're able to discern it. Because with good coming in, there's also going to be bad coming in. You have to be able to discern it. You are moving up levels this year. Okay? You are going to be reuniting with yourself, reuniting with your soul, remembering who you are, remembering what it was that you desired as a child, and kind of going back to basics. It's like you're no longer going to be denying yourself. You're no longer going to be denying yourself. You're remembering things that lit you up. Things that you dreamed about, fantasized about. You're going to be doing those things. Things that you wanted to do when you were a child. You're actually going to be doing those things as an adult. You're going to have plenty of time to do those things. Okay? You're going to be doing those things. There's no one that's going to be in the way. There's no one in the way anymore. And no one's going to get into your way anymore from doing whatever it is that makes you happy. Okay? If somebody comes on board, if somebody comes along, you're still going to stay focused on yourself. And it's almost like you're fulfilling your own destiny, fulfilling things that you wanted. Something's very natural and very pure. Your soul is speaking to you and you're going to allow it to happen. This is incredibly beautiful. Now, this is interesting. This reading is so different. Okay. Make sure that you maintain for the rest of this season, this current season, make sure that you maintain that beautiful light within you. You know, don't allow anyone in yet. Don't allow anyone in yet. Don't show other people your hand yet. Okay? I see you working with something and nurturing something. Okay? Eventually, it's something that's culminating. Something that you're growing. Don't allow anyone into that space yet. If you are single, stay single. If you have recently broken up with somebody, stay single for a little while. You know, it's just for like the rest of this season. It's just for the rest of this season. There's something that you need to be working on. Okay? For whatever it is that you're doing, this is something incredibly sacred and incredibly special. All right? For a lot of you, this is something about, you know, a level up of certain abilities. You know, I'm definitely specifically getting mediumship. I'm specifically getting that. Okay. Probably why I kept seeing that Two of Cups. Probably why I kept seeing that Two of Cups. All right. Now, as far as the spring, in the spring, something's going. You're actually going to be taking up a more higher level of yourself. You know, be careful about, you know, you could be dealing with, okay. Should you come across any enemies, anyone nasty, anyone mean, evil, or that you may deem that, or maybe somebody else deems them that, there's something about them that you have to love, okay? Because regardless, they are actually helping you. Okay? We can learn strengths from them. Anyone bad can be defeated. They can be defeated. Okay? Don't allow them to defeat you. Don't allow something to defeat you. You can definitely learn something from whatever this is or whoever this is. It's the devil here right in the center of it. It's the devil. You can definitely learn something from your enemies. Something about a beautiful face or the perfect face. Somebody may have the perfect face. Okay? They can be defeated. I'm being reminded of something. Okay. You're going to be being taught. You're going to be being taught. Okay? You're going to be in some kind of training. The first half of this year, within the first 6 months, is probably going to be quite intensive, and there's going to be some periods here and there back and forth. I don't see necessarily the beginning of the year being too bad. It's going to be a little rough, a little bumpy here and there, but it's not going to be horrible. The second half of the year is when you're going to start to see the rewards of it and how beautiful it is. Okay. This first part, though, or something, it's like magical. You're going to be under some kind of training. You're heightening your skills. You know, whatever that is that you're dealing with. Okay. Wise. Somebody wise. You're going to be learning something from somebody wise. I'm seeing a couple different people in general. I'm seeing a couple people in general. One could be incredibly negative or dark, and one could be incredibly beautiful and light. But there's some kind of secrecy between the both of them. It's like two different kinds of faces, two different kinds of levels, two different kind of manifestations, two different kind of energies or energy sources. One of them's going to be a bit darker than the other. You know, like somebody that could ultimately be an enemy sometimes, or maybe at all times. Maybe they are currently your enemy. I don't know. I don't necessarily see them as trying to hurt you. I see them here to teach you something, but I don't see anything bad about it. There's something that you're going to be learning from whoever this is, and especially the other one. There's a wise one also. Okay? There's a cleaning and a cleansing of the soul. Okay? Something's incredibly spiritual about some of this, about all of this. Okay? Summertime, you know, I see with whatever it is that you started working on earlier in the year, it's going to start to pay off. All right? It's like you and whoever these other two people are. It's two other people. It's you and two other people. Okay? Think of it like this. Think of Obi-Wan Kenobi, Darth Maul, and Luke Skywalker. Think of it like that. Okay? That's what I'm getting. And I see that the skills are going to be heightening and leveling up. Okay? Just those are just the examples that I was given. So somebody's going to understand what that means. All right. Now, summer, yeah, I see something about taking the next level. You're just going to continue to go up from here. Balancing yourself and digging in. I'm seeing something about digging in. All right. Now, by next fall, autumn. Incredible. Either you are going to be meeting another person, or you are basically merging with your soul, with yourself. Two different aspects of your soul. Okay? Coming into union with yourself. That's what I'm getting. It's going to be quite magical by the fall. That's all I'm getting is very, very symbolic. A lot of this is very metaphorical. It's very symbolic. Okay? But I see it's like you actually getting, it's like, job well done. Okay? Job well done. Whatever this means, this is so very freaking phenomenal. All right? Now, let's look at the things that are your challenges, your obstacles. I don't even see them as obstacles. Okay. Do not commit the crime for which you now serve the sentence. Do not commit the crime for which now you serve the sentence. Your biggest enemy this year could be you. If you start to do very well, control that ego. So, do not commit the crime for which now you serve the sentence. All right. There are going to be some kind of situations that you could be dealing with this year. And these events are going to be very, very fated. Even though you can use them, you're supposed to deal with these with free will. These are fated and destined events. Something is going to happen. You have the Seven of Swords and the Devil, but then you have the Temperance and then you have the Magician. Somebody could get caught doing something they're not supposed to do. Somebody could get burned. All right? I don't feel like it's you. I do not feel like it's you. But somebody could be trying to sneak you. Somebody could be doing something to try to sneak you. Remain this year. Make sure that you remain above that. Don't get tempted. Okay? Again, I'm getting something about, you'll be able to learn something. You will be able to learn something from somebody who's not so good, All right? I feel like it's going to backfire on whoever it is, though. All right? If they try to do something unethical, it will definitely backfire on them. Or they're just going to keep that energy to themselves. They may even decide to move on if they can't kind of snake you or they can't kind of get over on you. All right? Only thing I can say is for you, make sure that you maintain your integrity. Maintain your integrity. Either you have a crush on someone or someone has a crush on you. All right? And right now, it's quiet. Right now, it's a secret. Could there be somebody that is seeing somebody? Yeah. Could there be like a third party situation? It's possible. Let's say somebody's talking to another person, but they're already kind of like talking to somebody else. I can't say necessarily that I see cheating, but this something here is a little bit, I'm getting the word inconspicuous. So something seems a little bit shady in the love department. Or perhaps something needs to just kind of be kept quiet. It's nobody's business. All right? It could even be something like that. Now, there could be somebody that's tied up in something. Somebody's like wanting to wrap themselves around you. I see somebody wanting to wrap themselves around you. All right? Now, there's somebody who hasn't yet. There could be somebody that hasn't fully yet matured. They might still have a little bit of a snake in them. And they could be a little bit shady. And that could be something, don't allow somebody to corrupt you. Okay? Don't allow somebody to corrupt you. Make sure that you maintain. Keep a distance or whatever. I'm not really sure exactly what all this is meaning, but it's something. Now, one of these people, whoever this person is, I don't know why I said one of these people. Whoever this person is somebody that you could really make something happen with. But as I'm just seeing, it's like something that's going to be kind of like kept quiet. Think about this love section. Get to it. The Hierophant and the Chariot. I see you. Whoever this is, there could be somebody that you're going to be merging with. It could eventually lead into a long-term commitment or more. I'll put it that way. Both of you have something incredible to offer each other. And you both are much stronger together. Okay? I feel like you're finally going to find somebody. It's almost like that missing puzzle piece. It literally is. Okay? For whatever reason, there's something that needs to be quiet about it. I don't know why. I see eventually it's going to be coming out. So, I don't know how soon. I don't even know if it's going to be this year. If it is, it might be later on in the year. But I feel like right now, at least in the beginning part of the year, something is being kept quiet. Okay? I'm leaving it there. Something doesn't want me to talk too much about that. Okay? Now, as far as it's going to be, at first it's going to be hard work. And I see something here, the devil here, which talks to me about Pluto. Pluto's in Capricorn. is going to be leaving Capricorn and it's going to be going into Aquarius. And then it's going to dip back into Capricorn again for a couple of months. And then it's going to finally be out of Capricorn. Okay. For whatever reason, I see how that could somehow be affecting you, or it could be the thorn in your side. However, stay focused. Don't lose sight of something. You could have that thing just flashed in. You could have a situation. I see you getting past it, though. I see you remaining firm, and I see you being on firm ground. Okay? That's all I see. There's somebody here. There's two bosses here. There is two bosses here. You could be going head to head with somebody else who could be like, you know, again, I'm seeing it's like two different kinds of people. Okay? You could be like somebody completely opposite of you. Somebody completely opposite of you. That you're going to be, you know, and it could be some hard work at first. I see later on in the year, it's like you two will be making beautiful music together. Literally. Literally. Somebody that you're getting involved with is completely opposite of you. They may have something a little bit more darker. Maybe they have a harder time of, you know, managing their emotions. Maybe they have a little bit more of a vindictive side to them that they need to kind of balance out. It could be you. Okay? Somebody's a bit more healthy. Somebody's a bit more stable, a bit more balanced. The other person, you know, could be of the same, but they're just kind of like, they need to kind of like, you know, get themselves together right now. All right? They might be trying to learn to control or navigate that devil or that toxic energy that's within them. But I see, that's what I see. That's what I see. I don't know if you are, I'm seeing finances getting better. I'm seeing finances getting really, really, oh man. This is boss energy. This isn't just boss energy. This is big boss energy. This is big boss energy. And it looks like it could have something to do with healing. There's something healing. Oh, you're healing your finance. You're healing that money wound. Virgo, you're healing your money wound this year. You are healing your money wound. Provided you had a money wound. Okay? Whatever that was. And you're healing some kind of wound about starting to take charge. Being a leader. Being a leader. You're stepping into a different role. You're going to be more comfortable and confident about whatever that role is. If that's where you've been having a struggle, maybe you don't even realize it's where you've been struggling. But there's been something that's been holding you back. That's going to be being released and lifted. You're stepping into a new role. Okay? It's like you're no longer waiting for somebody. You're no longer waiting for somebody. You want something done right, you got to do it yourself. You're not worried about partnering with somebody. And that's part of the problem. Or maybe that's what's been part of the problem in the past. It's like you've never really felt like a full-fledged leader. You're not really a leader. Or you never really felt like a leader. Maybe you felt like there was somebody else that was supposed to be above you. I don't see you doing that at all. You don't think that there's somebody else that's supposed to be above you. You are stepping into the leadership role. You are stepping into the leadership role. You are a leader. Virgo, you are a leader. And people see you as a leader. People see you as a leader. I'm telling you. The things or the challenges that you may be facing. Is it possible that there could be something here like maybe even as far as a weakness? Okay. Let's say you are a masculine and you have a weakness. Let's say your weakness is women. Let's say your weakness is beautiful women. Let's say your weakness is it's the Empress here. Okay. It's the Empress. That's why I'm saying that. Let's say you are a feminine and your weakness is passive men. Okay? Something like that. Whether it's that or not. it's something, there's like a weakness here. That is going to be your challenge. Your challenge this year is not gloating. It's remaining humble and maintaining that balance and that wisdom within, and not needing to show off, but also not falling prey, because empresses can easily step off that they can always lose that crown. Empresses can always turn upside down. They can turn into something that you don't want. Just because somebody's an empress, it doesn't mean that they don't have bad days. It doesn't mean that they can't be tempted by the devil also. Okay? Generally, they're a good person. But something about that person could turn something dark within you if you become obsessed. Okay? Does that make sense? That is going to be your challenge this year. It could be a woman or a feminine figure. It could be a mother. It could be, your challenge could be wanting to be a mother. Wanting to be a career person and a mother. That could be your challenge. Okay? There is something that you have a weakness for in that area, and that is going to be your challenge. So this is going to be a year whether you make or break it. Are you really a leader? Are you going to hold on to it? Or are you going to allow somebody to, every good, what's that saying behind every good, or successful man, this is just something that I'm hearing. There's a strong woman or a good woman. So think of it this way, okay? I don't know why I'm saying this. May.May. May.May. If you know who I'm talking about, put it in the comments. May.May. Do you know who May.May is? See how good you are with movies. Okay? That to me is like the ultimate empress. Okay? All right? So I'm going to leave it at that. That could be something that you could be kind of coming in contact with. All right? You, with whoever this person is, you can make anything happen. With a strong partner or counterpart, yes. That's going to be your challenges. Don't lose yourself in whoever this is. Or whatever this weakness is that sometimes, maybe throughout the years, you've kind of like had something. Whether it's that or not. It could be something about surrounding certain people that cause you to kind of indulge in your addictions. Let's say you like... you have a weakness for certain people, whether it's a, attractive man or attractive woman or attractive whatever gender. And there's something about them that's like a weakness, but they tend to drink. So, and you don't want to drink, but then, maybe they could make you do something to kind of drink, or, maybe they like to party or something like that. All right. You really might want to save this video in your watch later. That way, just in case, if you want to revert back to it, just kind of see where you're at. You have it there. Here's how you do it. Just right down here at the bottom where it says save. Just make sure you store it under my name. Become the star. Favorites. Best shots. Important. Whatever floats your boat. That's pretty much it. Also, I did put timestamps below so that you can go month to month without having to go through the entire reading. That's it. Enjoy the reading. That's going to be your challenge this year. You can have it all. You can have it all. But are you going to let that person break you? Or are you going to become obsessed with that person? Or whatever this is. All right? Personally, I think it's a good challenge. I feel like you can actually overcome whatever this is. You guys can do everything together. Man. All right. Anyway. Now, let's go. Look how far we're already in. Okay. I'm going to take a break real quick. Okay. I had to take a break. That channeling, I needed to get a little bit of sugar in me. All right. Whew. I'm going to put these right here. Now, January. I see something about being intertwined with something. Okay. Something is starting to bud. Something's starting to bloom in January. But I see you kind of like, hang on. I was thinking about this. This reminds me of that. This is that meme I'd seen a while ago. and it made me think of it. A snake entered a carpentry shop, and as it crawled to the corner, it went through a saw and hurt itself a little bit. At that time, he turned and bit the saw. And biting the saw, he hurt himself badly in the mouth. Then, not understanding what was happening to him, and thinking that the saw was attacking him, he decided to roll around the saw as if it wanted to suffocate him with his whole body, and shaking with all his strength. It was so, unfortunately, the snake ended up being killed by the saw. So basically, this saw kind of like, it like bumped into a handsaw, you know, and it hurt it. So it got angry at the saw and wrapped its body around the saw. And the saw has those teeth. And the saw is just being a saw. It's just sitting there. It's not doing anything. But the snake basically kind of like wrapped itself around it to try to hurt it, but it was basically hurting himself. Does that make sense? So, sometimes we react in anger thinking about hurting those who hurt us, but we are hurting ourselves in life. Sometimes it is better to ignore situations, people, and offenses because the consequences can be irreversible and catastrophic. Okay, so it's basically, you know, with that, I don't want to share the picture of it, but you know, I'm sure people have seen that before. That's what I'm getting. All right. So make sure that you're not doing something, you know, suffocating something, or even doing something or saying something to another person or attacking somebody based off of feeling wounded. Maybe somebody didn't even intentionally wound you. Maybe they weren't even doing anything. You could bite somebody's head off. All right. So think about that. As far as February, let's get in that song. Always something there to remind me. Who sings it? I walk along the city streets you used to walk along with me. And every step I take reminds me of just how we used to be. Well, how can I forget you, girl, when there is always something there to remind me? I was born to love her, and I will never be free. You'll always be a part of me. There's somebody, somebody could be reacting a certain way, or maybe somebody in the past have reacted that way. Something happened where they thought that either you wounded them or they wounded you. And somebody reacted in such a way that what they did was they hurt themselves. And because of that, something happened. Maybe you guys broke up. Maybe you guys separated. You let each other go. And now they can't stop thinking about you. This person wanted you. This person loved you. I was born to love her, and I will never be free. You'll always be a part of me. Why do I keep wanting to say Naked Eyes? I don't even know if that's who sings that. That's the song I'm getting. There's somebody that's thinking about that. And in February, they could be watching you. Something about January, February. Maybe you might even kind of come in contact with whoever that person is. Even in the first 6 months, either if it's not that, then somebody's thinking about you, or you're thinking about this person, or you're both on the same mental frequency, and there could be some kind of like something about moving away from some of that destruction or that destructive energy, and the energy could just be coming back in thought and energy. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Somebody might have done something that they didn't really necessarily want to do, but they hurt another person. Maybe they had a short temper. I don't know. All right. But I feel like whatever it is I'm getting from that, somebody could be thinking heavily about you, or they let you go, or something happened. They reacted a certain way. And now, you know, maybe everywhere that they go, there's always something there to remind them of you. All right. Is it possible that it's irreversible? I was saying this in one of the other readings. I might have been the Pisces reading. you know, I have to, you know, even though there's certain things I'm just like, man, that's just too far-fetched. But there's something in me that still has to say anything's possible. It's just the kind of universe that we live in. Is it? I can't rule anything out ever, but that's what I'm getting. I'm getting something like that. All right. There could be some kind of a theft or something like that going on in February. I would be very, very careful. Somebody could be, you know, you don't know, but there could be somebody around you that could be doing something. I feel like somebody could steal something from you. Okay. Somebody might take something from you. Somebody might, it's like if you have somebody in your home, something like that, some kind of shady behavior could happen. Somebody could be watching you. Something like that. I'd be very, very careful. The first couple months are a little bit, you know, but I think a lot of that has something to do with this whole Pluto leaving Capricorn as well. As far as March, March isn't so bad. I see you working on something. I see you working on something with maybe a couple other people, but I would not be too open and share too much information with whoever this is, whoever these people are, especially if you've had any kind of problems in the past. If you dealt with anything like that in the past, hopefully you have learned your lesson by now. You know that you're not going to give everything to somebody. You're not going to completely share everything with somebody. You're not going to completely tell everyone everything that's on your mind. Okay? Have you learned by now? Something like that. Some things you just kind of need to keep quiet. People don't know what's going on in your mind all the time. If not, try it. Let me know how that works out for you. Tell people what's on your mind all the time. Let me know how that works out for you. Okay? You're going to have a rough life. It's all I know. April. I see you working very, very hard in April. You could even be working out with your body. I see you actually doing something physical labor. You could be doing something, you could be helping somebody. I feel like you could be helping somebody move or something like that, but I'm seeing like some kind of exertion of energy, but I see a lot of cleaning. Okay? I see a lot of cleaning. I see a lot of getting things together. I see a lot of throwing stuff out, getting rid of some old stuff. And I feel like that's pretty much like almost like near the beginning of the end of some stuff that no longer suits you. Okay? It's like this final cleaning and then you're done. May, you have the Devil. Don't get too boastful. Don't get too big for yourself, because I feel like, you know, you could be at this point where you're just like, you know what, I'm done with this, I'm done with that. You could be yelling at people. You could be doing something, dictating something to a lot of different people. You could even be meeting another person, all right? I feel like you could have some kind of contact or something like that with another person. Now, in the very beginning of this reading, I was talking something about an enhancement of your level. You're leveling up and you're like, and enhancing something about your abilities, your technique or something like that. May the force be with you. I'm getting something like that. So I feel like, and I was getting something earlier about mediumship. There is something here that's going on. So something that you're doing, something about your leveling up. So there's going to be some good that comes in, but there's also going to be some bad. You're going to have to learn how to discern. All right? So I see a lot of that going on. I feel like I see you kind of starting to perfect it more and more. Whatever this is, whatever your craft is, I see you starting to perfect it. Now by June, I see you definitely changing. So let's say you are, you know, let's say you become a boss in May, and you're really, really mean, and you have a lot of stuff to do, so you're under a lot of pressure, so you're this, you know, just this angry boss, you know. By June, you're softening up. And you're learning to nurture, and you're like, okay, I can't continue to work under those conditions, or I can't do certain things like that. I have to kind of watch my temper. I was under a lot of stress, yada yada yada. I see things lightening up and softening up a bit. Okay, and I see something about you. I keep getting something about you with your craft, something that you're doing. I see a lot of pride. I see a lot of prestige. I see you gaining some kind of momentum, but also some points. I see you gaining something. Something is definitely starting to grow. And you could be itching for something as well. Something's kind of itching in you. There's like an itch. What is that song? I got it. I got the itch. I got it. Who sings that? I don't even know what that's about. Sometimes I can't remember certain things, while I'm channeling. So anyway, because I get so focused, but I'm gonna have to pull that up. Now, July. This is where something is going to be shifting or changing, where it's like more money is going to start to kind of come in. And you could be doing something with another person or a couple of different people that you could be collaborating with. Whatever it was that started, it's going to start to kind of take shape. And I feel like you're all going to be much more on the same page. You could even be like musical chairs, changing positions. Okay, musical chairs. You could literally be going somewhere like dancing or something like that. Why am I seeing? Spin your partner around here. Do-si-do. Oh man, let me tell you something. I used to love that dance that we did in elementary school. What was that? But that could be something that you're doing. I'm seeing something like more fun, more playing, more games. You could be getting out more, getting more expressive, but doing things more playful. Doing things that are more, I did mention something about that. Doing more things like, things that you used to do as a child. You're not going to allow somebody to stop you from doing it. It's like that release or whatever. Doing things that you remember that you loved to do when you were a kid. Or things that you wanted to do but you didn't do. And now you're like, you know what, now I'm going to be doing them as an adult. Whatever that is. Okay. But I see it's something that's a bit more fun. But I'm literally square dancing. I'm literally seeing square dancing. There's got to be some kind of meaning behind that. Okay? It might pop up. So that could really be literal. But it could be metaphorical. Something more fun. Okay. So, it's something that you do that's so fun that, other people can join in and you can switch partners or whatever. No, I'm not saying it like that. It's not in that sense. It's in the sense of like a well-oiled machine. It works good. You connect with this person, you connect with that one, you swing around here, you go over there, it's like that. But it's fun. There is nothing. Please don't. If somebody wants to if somebody's going to distort or pervert my my comment section, I'm going to delete your messages, your comments, because this is nothing like that. All right. No, this is nothing, grotesque or perverted or anything like that. It's nothing. It's nothing like that. This is actually nice. It's fun. It's coordinating, getting out, meeting new people, but also as far as work or something like that. It's like doing something that you love. It's doing something that you love. And you're able to kind of make money with it, but it's also going to be very healing and nurturing to the soul as well. All right? August. You might need to do something as far as, now, there could be something that may test you. You may start to kind of crack a little bit. Something could happen that could kind of get you in your feels. Something could happen that could kind of get you in your feels. But I definitely see a lot of healing involved in whatever this is. There could be somebody that you deal with. Let's say somebody from your past kind of comes back and they might want to heal or repair something with you. And I feel like you're at a different level of maturity. They may even come to you for some kind of healing, like some kind of service. They might come to you for something. And I feel like it's something that could get you in your feels. And this is going to almost like be a real test of your character, but also of your, whatever it is that you're doing. Okay? I don't see you falling for anything. I see whatever this is. It's very legitimate. I don't see whoever this is that could be taking advantage of you. I don't see anything like that. If there was anything like that, it was in the beginning of the year, but I don't see anything at this point. All right? Somebody may definitely come back to somebody. Recycling, regeneration. A crane or a stork. Crane. Somebody maybe, there could be somebody that you wanted to have kids with. Maybe you wanted to have kids and you can't have kids. Maybe something happened It didn't turn out the way that you expected. That could get you in your feels a little bit. Or vice versa with somebody else. It's like a trade, a switch up. You wanted something else, but instead you're successful in this. You know, things didn't work out the way that you had anticipated or even the way you envisioned it. But you're doing what it is that you're supposed to be doing. Something didn't work out for a reason. And I see you recognizing that. But it also still might kind of get you a little bit sentimental as well. I see something about being sentimental. All right, September. The game is changing in September. It's on in September. I see you are ready. You are stepping into that character. You're becoming that person. You're it. You're it. You are on top. You are in control of the situation. You are taking command presence. When you go into a room, wherever you go, people see you, they notice you, and they know you're about the business. Nobody's fooling with you. Nobody's messing with you. It's like people read it on you. People read it in your energy. They know that you are in control. They trust you. They feel safe. They have confidence in you. Okay? And I feel like that's you. Could there be somebody that you're dealing with, but or maybe even like part of the bigger group or the bigger corporation? It could be, but I feel like this is you. You. I see you definitely taking control and taking command of something. You are taking control of something. All right. October. Empress. Okay. Because of you stepping into that role. So let's say this. All right. A lot of times they're always waiting for love. They're always waiting for their significant other, their significant partner. And they're just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, or they're not doing anything to work on themselves. Whoever this is that I'm talking to in this reading, once they start to work towards whatever it is and they start to become successful in whatever it is, it's like they didn't have anything else to do, so I might as well do this. That's the key, is they're doing whatever it was to level themselves up. Once they get to a certain level, now in comes a new character, in comes a new player. Player number 2 comes in and joins the game. And you would not have had this had you not completed these levels. Simple as that. Player number 2 has entered the game. Because you did all this and you became that person, now player number 2 can enter the game. The universe is not going to allow player number 2 to come in until you get to this point. You have this, let's say, okay, you're not going to meet this beautiful, goddess, this empress, until you become an emperor. You're not going to get an empress if you're a page. Simple as that. Enough said. That's what's coming into your life. Okay. I see you. Look. You are the light to somebody else's dark. There is something incredibly strong about this. Incredibly stable. One is stable. They're making an atmosphere that is very, very stable, so the creator can come in. There could be somebody that maybe has had some fertility issues. They may be like, you know what, I'm never going to have kids. I can't have kids. Something happens. Boom. In October, somebody could actually get pregnant. Whether that's metaphorical or literal. All right? I know I'm going to get somebody in the comment section. I'm 70 years old, or I can't have, whatever. Okay. A metaphor is something that can be used in place of whatever, the literal meaning is. So if you are with somebody, you can meet somebody who is very good at creating something, building something, making something, giving birth to something new. whether it's another human child or it's something else. We have to be able to use our imagination. If you have no creative imagination, you know, somebody else is going to be able to help you to become more creative. We'll put it that way. All right. In November, it's like having the key to the universe. Literally, it's like having the keys to the universe. Once you get to this level, the sky isn't even the limit. You can actually even go above that. You can even go above that. I see something definitely being created. I see you able to accomplish anything that you want. And a lot of it has something to do with, you know, this person coming in. It's like, you know, that perfect partner, you know, the Mary Bailey, you know. It's like the Mary Bailey, you know, my dream girl, you know. It's like that perfect, you know, that perfect person, that perfect partner is, you know, that you can only become stronger because you have that support system is what that is. And you guys are going to be able to create whatever this is together, you know, whether this is a romantic, you know, couple or not. It could just be two people that are coming together that can actually create something, you know, very, very magical, whatever that is. In December, I see you celebrating. There is definitely here, you know, somebody could even like win the lottery. It's like winning the lottery. It's like having everything that you've ever wanted. That's what I'm getting. It's like, what an incredible freaking year this is. It started off a little bit rough, but man, are you doing it right? I definitely see like, it's like, now you could be buying a home. You literally could be buying a home, getting settled in. You could be moving. You could be taking a trip. Why am I thinking about taking a trip? I don't even have the world card here, so I don't even know why I would even say something about taking a trip around the world, but I was kind of getting something like that. It's like something within another thing. What is that like when you put a mirror in a certain way? When you like put two mirrors in a certain way, and it just continues to go on and on and on forever. It's like that. I can't think of what it is that you call that. But that's what this is. It's like something, it's like having a legacy that goes on and on and on and on forever. You know, whether that is, you know, children or something like that. Something in the physical, whether it's wealth or like some kind of like an inheritance, or whatever it is about you. It's like you could have like a household name. You know, your name will always be remembered because, you know, you created this. And now everyone is going to know who you are because, you know, you did this. You solved this problem. You invented this. I literally see that. I literally see that. This is phenomenal. I thought Taurus had an amazing reading. Wow. All right. Well, I hope this is mine. All right, Virgo. I'm going to leave it there. This is a lot. But this is incredible. Don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged. Especially in the beginning of the year. Stay the course. Don't get lost in thought. Don't get lost in depression. Don't get lost in, you know, anger. Nothing. Don't do that. All right? I'm going to leave it there. So, please, if you would, give me a thumbs up. And why don't you subscribe to the channel? Hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. I'll leave it there. I've talked too much. I need a break. All right, Virgo. May the force be with you.